Alright guys, welcome back. Alright, so we're up on Amazon and we're looking up the UHF VHF radios. We got some stuff on order. We're going to be reviewing some radios, but I also wanted to touch on some other stuff. But let's see first if I can find a particular radio. How quickly can I locate it? What time is it? 6:55 p.m. We've now officially reached the cutoff of when can we order something and get it tomorrow on Amazon. I ordered two different things at many hours apart that will supposedly arrive tomorrow. However, I'm still waiting for something to come from Wednesday, and that's the computer RAM. Amazon allowed UPS to do the fulfillment, and it's been stuck in Phoenix since Wednesday at 5:30 a.m. So I believe that I'm not going to get that. I'll have to wait till tomorrow before I can start the refund process, unfortunately. And even if I ordered it earlier today, I wouldn't have been able to get that Patriot RAM until Sunday. Almost feel like they ran out of stock. They lied about shipping it. Something, you know, I've seen this before. It's really strange. Okay, so let's find our radio that we ordered. What do you guys think it is? I don't think I mentioned it. Maybe I did. It's certainly not showing up the same way it would if I was on my phone searching. One of the things I like to do is I always like to come in here and narrow the price down, because I have expectations of what I want to pay, and so let's just not look at stuff we don't even want, right? So there's so much stuff that all started with the beginning of the beginning of the UV5R, the UV5RA, the UV5R Plus, I think, maybe a couple of variations that had metal on the front that kind of jazzed them up. And then they had the UV82, which, honestly, they feel really cheap. So these ones here, I never had a chance to mess with one until the guy at the computer store had me program some of the ones he had that somebody gave him. And I couldn't believe how crappy and squishy, squawky, and thin and light that those radios were. These are horrible feeling. Now maybe they're not all that way, but the ones that I got from him were both terrible. Where is the radio? I wondered about any of these radios. Are any of these damn things quantum changeable? Not that I care about any of that stuff, but just seems like it's better to buy one of these for $31 and save $5 on some other one that can't do what that radio can do. Wow, they have buried my radio. Here's another one I really like, but I'm not sure I would want to mess with it. Especially we don't even know if it has clean output. Okay. So I ordered this radio here, the H3, and I didn't order that particular one, but there's a couple of versions. That one comes with two batteries for $35 and 5%. I'm trying to remember how much these were when they came out. Maybe not for over a year, I think. And let's see here. Trying to find the actual one. The clear version for $33. I don't really care for the clear version. I don't really think it looks all that great. Let's see here. It's got to be here pretty close. Unfortunately, when you go on to your phone and you log into your account, it's kind of like going into YouTube and you're not logged into your account. You will see completely different stuff. Wow. It's like it doesn't even exist. You would think UHF DHF radio would like pull it up. Anyway. TID H3. $29. I believe that's the one that I bought. You could buy 2 batteries for $35 with a coupon, $29 with no coupon, but comes with 2 antennas. So one's a shortwave antenna and one is a stock antenna and one is a dual band antenna. Then they have $35, 2 batteries, 3 antennas. I love this yellow one. That'd be awesome. There is actually one for $26. I don't know if it'll show up on here. We got yellow and green. Dude, I want them both. Those are awesome. I don't know if the $26 one, yeah, right here. So the difference between a $26 one and the one I ordered is it doesn't come with another antenna. It comes with just this little small antenna. They don't even show it in the picture, but it's going to be this one that you can see right here. It's probably going to be real similar to the Quan Chang antenna. Anyway, if you don't know about this radio, they have unlocked the firmware on these, and the guy, Nick Schur, got everybody all hyped up, and then he shut down his web page or whatever. I think it was hosted somewhere else. And then he went to a Patreon thing, which is fine, but he didn't tell everybody exactly, I don't think, what he was doing. It didn't sound like it. Everybody's like, what happened to the website? What happened to the website? So Tech Minds did a video on it, and I think everything blew up from there. He realized, I'm missing out on money. I did all this hard work to make this firmware and all this cool stuff. So basically, he decided it's going to cost you $5 to become a Patreon, and you can get his custom firmware, and it looks really cool, and I think it's probably worth every bit of the $5. I mean, I don't know how to do this, and what would it cost if I wanted to pay somebody to do this? It would cost thousands of dollars to pay some developer. So I think he should be compensated for his time, but I also think that he should have went about it a little bit more smoother, because now there's no way that I'm in the mood to deal with that shenanigan. Now, I'm not saying I won't, but I'm pretty unlikely to, okay? There are other people that have hacked the firmware on this also, I think. At least 2 or 3 other versions. So, I don't know if it's going to take off like the Quan Chang. Probably not, but I think it's a good enough radio in its own right to where I don't even really care. You're supposed to have pretty clean output. That's another thing for all you guys that are concerned. Remember they had come out with the TDI and the TID-H3, and it was like all sorts of problems. There was issues when you touched the battery, it would burn your hand. They had a lot of problems, and there was a bunch of controversy with the company, and then they came out with this radio, and it's almost like this radio is actually better than the H8, and the lesser radio is actually the better radio. This one has airband. I don't think the other one does. So they outdid themselves, which is great. And I like the screen format. It kind of reminds me of the TalkPod. You don't see those radios for sale on Amazon really now. But anyway, I think it's a cool radio. And we've got, what's his name? Andreas M0FXB. And he's actually stopped by on the channel before when our live streams used to be good. And I've talked to him on I talked to him on DMR. Really nice guy. I always get him confused with the Tech Minds dude. But anyway, he's a really cool cat. So you definitely should check out his channel. He really does a lot more stuff than I do, for sure. He's very, very much into this kind of video stuff, with filling with the radios and showing you stuff. I mean, I've watched lots of his videos and learned lots of stuff, so great guy. Anyway, so I ordered this radio. They say it'll be here tomorrow, and I guess we'll have to see how that goes. So, I'll try to get a link down below. But even there's lots of videos just on here of this radio. But anyway, you can program it directly with your phone. It has Bluetooth. It's one of the first Chinese radios that I know of that can be programmed with a USB cable directly and charged with a USB cable. So there's a USB port that allows you to charge and program. Or you can do Bluetooth. And I'm wondering if there's a bunch of hacks to use the Bluetooth for maybe an earpiece headset, Jabra, or a Plantronics. Maybe there's a way to do APRS with it hooked to your phone, using your phone's GPS and other things. I'm kind of curious about that. I'm sure somebody knows, so I look forward to the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys.